What is good, YouTube? It's your girl Makala, and we are back with conversations with Coco. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and like. We do this conversations with Coco once a month. It's just basically for a group of people that are on a journey with God and walking their purpose, you know. If you don't know my backdrop, I'll just tell you quick. I didn't know what I was here for in life, so I asked God to show me, what am I supposed to be great at? I see all these other people thriving and successful. I know you didn't make them above me, you know, so what am I supposed to be great at? And that's what my life literally said and turned upside down. So you know, I'm just on a journey to be in my purpose, be in what I'm called to do here in life, and I'm just loving the journey. And I created this conversations with Coco for once a month for people who are on that journey with their with God, and where we could just toast to the month, you know, because it's hard. It is hard being on your journey to greatness, whatever that means to you. And like, you know, like Maya Angelou said, rest in peace, greatness and success means anything to whoever it is at that moment that is speaking. So whatever success is to you, whatever greatness is to you, that God has put that in your heart, this is your purpose. This is what I called you to do. Whether that's being the best teacher in the world. Like, I'm a substitute teacher, and every time I go into school districts, I'll be like this to the teachers. Thank you. Because I don't know how y'all do it every day, you know, but it's the greatness inside of them that caused them to wake up every single morning and go after their dreams of teaching, or whether that is construction, or whether that is a pastor, or whether that is a sport, whatever that is, even if it's a call to be a mom, just a stay-at-home mom, that's it, and have as many kids as possible, 8 children, okay? That is what you were required for. It's just so many callings, and like I said, conversations with Coco's is where we just have conversations about life. Whatever you guys want to talk about, leave topics in the subscription of, you know, things that you want to talk about also. Just thoughts that are on thoughts that are on your mind while you're walking on your purpose, and you're walking on your journey with God. Because like I said, it's not easy, it's not hard, it's not easy, it is very hard. And as long as we're in this together, we are in this together, you guys. You're not alone. I love each and every one of you guys that are watching and subscribing and liking my comments. I love each and every one of you, and I want you guys to definitely, you know, feel free to always reach out to me and talk, because that's what we're here for. No matter where you're at in the world, if you're in Germany, Africa, Europe, let's talk about our journey to greatness together. It's a community. It's a family, you know, that we're creating here on this show. So today, you know, this is all about wine, because we know we love our wine here on Conversations with Coco. So this looked kind of fancy. I believe it was $25 for the bottle. So not that expensive, a little bit more expensive than the other ones that I've tried, but it's by Robert Mondavi. I hope I said your name right, Robert. Last name right. Robert Mondavi, private selection, bourbon barrel age. So it sounds really old. Like, you know, they probably cure this wine for a very long time. So it's aged in bourbon barrels. Or maybe, you know, maybe the bourbon barrels kind of give its taste. I'm thinking, what y'all think? You know, I'm just, you know, by in 20 years, I'm gonna be a wine expert, okay? Like, y'all think I'm, watch. I'm gonna create my own wine, and I'm gonna make it bomb, but I'm gonna be a wine expert after tasting all these wines. But this is definitely a Cabernet Sauvignon. It's made in California. Looks like a lot of wines are made in California. Definitely a good idea to maybe start a wine company out there. Let's see, and they have a subscription in the back. So, you know, I always love to read my description in the back just to see what it's about. I just love you know, the flavors that they describe and how they made it and their backdrop story. So this is definitely a part of the line, and I really take heed of that, that they put the description in the back. So this Cabernet Sauvignon blends the craftsmanship of California winemaking with the southern tradition of bourbon whiskey barrel aging. The cool climate of our coastal vineyards imparts the wine with deep flavors of black cherry and blackberry. Select lots are then aged in bourbon whiskey barrels, delivering rich nuisance of vanilla, brown sugar, and subtle toasted oak when added to the blend. Nice, that sounds really cool. So basically they take blackberries and cherries and they take these these bourbon whiskey barrels where they carry the whiskey in, and they kind of age the wine in the barrel so it kind of comes off with the whiskey flavor of vanilla, brown sugar, and toasted oak. So that is really cool. I'm excited to try this. And you know I gotta get up on the camera. So you know I have to get in the camera. And there you go. Wow, look at that color. Color is really pretty. It literally reminds me of blackberries and cherries. You know, I pour me a fat glass. So here is the color. Has a little bubbly. Let's go ahead and smell it. It smells really good. Of course it smells like Cabernet. And if you didn't see the bottle up close, this is what the bottle is. Robert Mondavi Bourbon Barrel Aged Cabernet Sauvignon. That is really smooth. Usually Cabernets sometimes can be a little bitter to me. I don't know what they're using. I don't know what they're using, but this one is really smooth. Like, it's not bitter at all. It doesn't make me go, ooh, none of that. But it does hit my chest. That's that bourbon. That is that bourbon. That's that bourbon in that, okay? It's right up in here. The bourbon is right up in here in my chest still. I can feel it. It's like screaming. The bourbon literally hit my chest. Okay, that was really good, but the taste went down smooth, but the bourbon was the aftertaste, okay? Let's see. This is a really good drink, especially now that summertime's here. Definitely, you know, if you're sitting outside on your deck, you know, you got a rooftop, you're sitting outside by the pool, you know, you're having a barbecue, a fancy barbecue, not the old school barbecue where everybody's kicking it, drinking alcohol. But I'm talking about a fancy little barbecue where it's like business orientated, or, you know, definitely get this. Very good summer drink, and it has like that bourbon taste, so you kind of feel it a little bit, and it probably will feel really good in the sun too. That's really good. I like it. Robert Mondavi, perfect blend of everything. I love the bottle. I'm trying to figure out, is that a church that you went to, or what's that symbol about? Maybe you can describe that symbol to us, or the picture of what that is to you. Maybe it's where you grew up, I'm not sure, but I do love the image of the bourbon barrel aged with the whiskey flavors hitting the blackberry and the raspberry. Awesome, awesome, awesome sauce. Cheers to you. All right, so make sure you guys go out and try that drink. And let's get into the conversation today. It's not gonna be that long, but I just wanted to tell you guys a backdrop of my journey that I haven't really released to anybody yet. And I feel like when I started walking with God, it was time for the shedding season. And I don't know if you're experienced that yet, but when you start really taking this walk with God, it's shedding season. It's literally like you feel like a caterpillar shedding your shell. And that might cause for people to, you know, leave out of your life. And they might not understand, you know, why you're moving like that. But in order for you to be in your purpose, sometimes certain people don't serve that purpose. And like I said, life is like seasons, you know, like sometimes we have people in our life for a season, and then when it's time to elevate or time to move on to, you know, a different season in your life, and only you can choose it, you know, when you're on your journey and to purpose and greatness, whatever that means to you, you can only choose to move on to the next step. And moving on to the next step requires shedding of habits, shedding of people, shedding of your personality, you know, the things that you're acquainted to doing all the time, you know. It's all about the shedding, and that was the first part. And I literally had to leave all my items, my home, my relationship, my friends. I had to leave all that behind, and I ended up in my auntie's basement. So I kind of ended up homeless, if you think about it. And I'm thinking, how did I get here wanting to walk with God? How did I get to being homeless wanting to walk with God? And now that I think about it, I needed it. I needed him to shed everything in my life. I needed him to start me from nothing so I can rebuild myself. So it's kind of like you're a robot, right? And you kind of, God takes all the pieces off of you and he mashes it up. He mashes all the pieces of the robot up. And then he takes a whole bunch of other pieces that, you know, you weren't made of, and then he puts you together. And that's kind of, you know, the image that I see when you're walking with God at the beginning, because you're going to build character. You're going to build faith, hope. You're going to build a new love, you know, for yourself and others. You're going to leave your past. That's a big thing. You're going to leave your past and all the mistakes that you have made and all the lessons that you learned from your past. You're going to take all that and you're going to, you know, create a future. Because when you're walking with God, you have to, you know, be a different person than you was before. And when I say different, it's crazy because you got to be your true self, you know, and we're children of God. So our true self is a noble person. Our true self is a high character. Our true self is love. Our true self is lots of faith. That's the things that we truly are made of. You know, when we come into this world, sometimes with our circumstances and the way we were brought up, whether it's with, you know, no father or no mother, or, you know, people around us that just can't see outside their means, you know, or people that, you know, don't have any faith. You know, when we're brought into these circumstances, we kind of lose the characteristics of God from birth, but it's always within us. He has to show us. So I came up homeless and with a son and living in my auntie's basement about 7 months ago. And sorry, I'm gonna take a drink to that because now look at me, I am in my apartment. Thank God. I had no furniture. All I had was clothes on our backs and a couple outfits for me and my son, and a couple play toys for him. And I'm thinking, how am I gonna make this work? And then what am I doing here? And the lesson that I had was to stay consistent. What did God tell you to do? Whether that's making YouTube videos, whether that's writing in your journal, whether that's doing yoga, whether that is praying, whether that is, whatever he told you to do before, when you started that journey, to being great. When he takes you through the fire and you're homeless, or, you lost your job, or, you're going through HELL, when he takes you through the fire, are you staying consistent? Are you still praising his name? Are you still believing him for the things that he showed you? And he only showed you a snippet. So are you still praising his name? Are you still preaching his word? Are you still loving him? Are you still loving others? Are you still loving yourself? Are you still keeping the faith? And I did it. I was homeless. I was still making YouTube videos. It didn't matter if I had 3 followers. I was still doing it. Because we're only what we see. We have to walk in faith. God has to show us the direction. And like I said, he has to build your character on this walk. Fame, money, success, being financially free to be able to take care of your family and do what you want. That's all good. But in order to keep it, in order to spread it through generations on out after you, you want to have him build this character. So it's not for nothing. And you don't want to take no easy route out. You don't, I could have been homeless and be like, nah, bump that. I can't live in my auntie's basement. I need to get 3 jobs. I need to grind, or I need to sell some drugs, or I need to make a quick little dollar. I need to, go get this money from this man. You can take those routes, but what are you building? You're not building nothing. You sure ain't building no faith. You're not building no hope. These are the things that we need in order to get to greatness. And when you're building these characters, nobody can take it. That is the great part. Nobody can take it. If I would have took an easy route, somebody could have took that from me, took it back, and I would be right back where I was. It don't matter how long it was. It could be 2 years from now. I could be right back where I was because I didn't learn anything. You have to go through the fire, and you have to learn to lean on God and still praise his name. There is no easy routes. It's time will reveal itself, and that's what he's teaching me. Time will reveal itself, but at the end of the day, he's not going to lead me astray, and that's what I'm learning. He's not going to lead me astray. And like I said, I was homeless about 7 months ago. I'm here in my apartment with my son in the middle of Seattle, the beautiful city of Seattle. I have a huge balcony that I love, and every single day I'm just depending on God literally to show me. And then once I got into my apartment, that's when he told me real estate. And I'm like, I see what you were doing, God. I see what you're doing, because now that I'm in real estate, I see in order to thrive in real estate, you have to know who you are, because people will take advantage of you. People will take advantage of your integrity, your morals, and all that just for money. It's a money game. And it's something that God was building me in the fire. And then he revealed, okay, now you're ready. And like they said in the Bible, the steps of a good man are ordered. If I would have hopped in real estate, not with the character that I needed in order to thrive, then I wouldn't be ready. I wouldn't have faith. If the market is changing, am I going to give up? No, because I didn't even give up when I was homeless. If my clients, are not happy, what can I be of service? Even when I have nothing, how can I be of service? You know, it's just the character that you build in the fire gets you ready for the revelation that God has for you. And I know that he has way more for me, you know, and this is why I like YouTube. I'm just docking my journey, because if anybody else is out there that, you know, wants to find what they're great in, my testimony to you is to walk with God, because nobody in the world can tell you how to do it. They say in order to be successful, you have to do what the world is not doing. A lot of people in the world are following the world, but the people that stand out follow God, because God is within them. They follow the self. They follow thyself. So, and how did I get this knowledge? God. It's for everybody. You know, I didn't read about it. You read about it, you might take a different approach to it that you're not supposed to take. God has to show you, not a man-made object, not a book, not a person. He can speak through people, but you have to literally walk with him. And like I said, I'm a year in, well, 2 years in walking with God, and now he just revealed real estate. So it took me about 2 years to get my character right, you know, in order to start my journey in my craft. Like, he introduced my craft. Like, this is what I know you will thrive in. You know, this is what you will be perfect for. And I'm just blessed because I'm just so excited to get started. I'm like, God, come on, already. I got ideas. He already knew I would have ideas for this, okay? But it's just a matter of time. Everything is a matter of time, patience. And that's another thing I learned in the fire, patience. You know, in due time, you will be there. I was homeless, but in due time, I'll have my apartment, you know, and everything happens in due time. So when you find yourself in situations and you're saying, why am I here? How did this walk with God turn up here? What are you supposed to be learning? And are you staying consistent in what God told you to do, even though you are in the fire? And focus on the goal still. In this moment, what am I supposed to be learning? And am I staying consistent in what God told me to do? Cheers to that. Cheers to that, guys. So, like I said, I'm just blessed to be alive, and I have a passion to go to schools and build programs for kids that maybe don't have that support, or don't have that love to go start their journey with God and walk in their purpose. Because I believe if everybody's in their purpose, the world will thrive naturally, you know. There will be no problems, because God is Lord of hosts. He's using us to walk in our purpose. So, and it all starts with the generation. So we can teach the kids to start to walk in their purpose. You know, yeah, math is important, science is important, all that is important, but who are you? That is important. And I feel like that needs to be in school systems, teaching kids who they are, and teaching them about faith, teaching them about hope, teaching about love. You know, those are the things that teaches us who we are. It builds our character first. And character is important in order to thrive in your purpose. So cheers to that again. I'm taking a shot. I'm about to go out and enjoy the sun. They have these scooters where you literally get on a scooter and you you ride. They say you need a helmet, but your girl don't got a helmet. So pray for me, because I'm about to get out, enjoy the sun, get on this scooter and ride through the hood, okay? Ride through the hood. They gonna be like, who is this girl with these dreads flowing through the streets? Me, it's me. It's your girl, Coco, it's me. You know, I'm tired of just, you know, waiting for, I told God, and God's been telling me, we've been having a conversation every day. Just get through the day. You know, work on your craft and get through the day. What can I do to make me smile? You know, what can I do that make me peaceful? Whether that's taking a nap, whether that's going outside, riding the bike, you know, little things that we used to do as kids. What can I do to make me happy again? I can work on my craft, it's gonna make me happy, but what can I do to just free my mind? So cheers to June. Happy 4th of July if I don't talk to you guys. And you know, summer is gonna go by like this, so make sure you guys keep thriving every day. Wake up, work on your craft, get it going. And here's to July. You know, we're moving on up to the east side. All right, peace guys.